What's going on, YT? It is your girl, Leah Ray, and I am a foodie chick, foodie chick, foodie chick. Obviously, I'm having problems with my recording setup. Okay, I'm trying to find something that works. So I've already recorded on my phone. Recording on my phone is just fine. I've also recorded from a camera that I had, which was trash. I don't know what happened. It's a vlog camera. It's a Canon Power Shot. I have two Canon Power Shots, so I don't really know what happened with that, but whatever. The video came out trash, so it deterred me. And now I'm trying to record with my webcam. Hopefully my webcam works. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this watermelon. Doesn't it look beautiful? Yes, I know. But y'all, I've been off today. I've been real off. And oh yeah, and I got me some sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt. Because if you don't eat, the way that this thing grinds is like the salt comes out mad big, yo. That's because it's a cheap grinder. But I've been off because yesterday, mm-hmm, this watermelon is hitting. But what about to say? Yesterday, um, okay, I went to get my lashes done for the first time ever. I got individuals. No, I didn't. I got lash extensions. There is a difference. So I went and got some lash extensions for the first time ever because my friend slash coworker had uploaded a picture of her getting her lashes done. Now, mind you, we taught right across the hall from each other all year. And she will always be in her room, like when she had a break, trying to get her lashes together. And after school, I would go in her classroom a lot of times. I would see her in there trying to get her lashes put on. So, I had no idea that I've known this lady for like 10 years, and I had no idea that her daughter had like a lash business. I'm not talking about janky promoters. I'm talking about we drove like an hour and a half to her storefront. Was it an hour and a half? I don't know. It's probably like an hour or so to her storefront where she does mink lashes. Been doing them for years. I was like you, how you struggling with lashes and your daughter do lashes? She do extensions. Girl, you shouldn't have no problem. This watermelon is so sweet. So, anyway, me and another coworker friend, um, we both saw the post, and she had been wanting to get her lashes done, and I had wore some strip lashes to work one time, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, your lashes." And I was like, "These strip, you gotta put these on every day." Even though I had went 3 days with strip lashes one time, but you know, they're designed to be put on and taken off. So she saw the post and she was like, "I'm going." Because I asked my friend, I was like, "When the next time you going to get your fill?" So she said in a couple of weeks. So I was like, "All right, I'm coming with you." So then our other friend was like, "I'm coming too." So yesterday was the day, right? I had no idea how long it was gonna take. I know that if you're gonna get your lashes done, you might as well block off like an hour and a half at a time. But we had to drive like over an hour to get there. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Was it closer to 2 hours? I'm not like I was really not checking the time, y'all. So um we left at like 8 o'clock on the dot, which I was surprised because my friend the one I said I know for 10 years, y'all, when I used to hang out with her heavy, like every week, well, I used to hang out with her, but I also used to work for her because her and her ex-husband, it was then her husband, they used to own a club out in this town that's like 30 minutes away from here. And I used to bartend at that club. And that's how I was with her really every week because we would drive up to the club together because she worked in the kitchen. Like I said, they own a club. She loved to cook. She a good cook too. But so but we were friends before that though. And she wasn't never on time. I swear she don't like to drive either because she was supposed to drive us to go get our lashes done, and then like the day of, I found out that she really wasn't driving. She was talking about she was tired, which she probably was because her other daughter is about to have a baby shower. But I used to drive to her house and drive her car to the club every weekend. But in fact, I think that was the first time I drove a Mercedes too. Mm-hmm. She always kept the Mercedes. She's been having a Mercedes ever since I've known her. And the one she got now, she had just got this not that long ago. Nah, it's actually been a minute. I don't know. But I know she got this Mercedes that she got now after she got divorced. And, kind of, got back into the swing of things. She got this Mercedes. Anyway, but she used to never be on time for stuff, y'all. But when I tell you she got to our other friend's house at 8 o'clock on the dot, I was like, girl. In my brain, I didn't even tell her. I meant to pick with her about it, but I forgot. Are you on time, boo? Yes. So anyway, we got out there. We drove. I don't know what time we arrived. That's the thing. I know we left exactly at 8 o'clock, but I don't know what time we arrived. I want to say her daughter started doing her lashes. Had to have been around 10 latest. Because, yeah, it had to be around 10 or a little after 10 because we did stop because they wanted breakfast. I didn't get... It was like a whole thing. We stopped at Hardee's, right? I really didn't want to stop at Hardee's because I don't like Hardee's coffee. And since I'm intermittent fasting, I have to eat... Well, you don't eat any calories during the fasting time. So I was still in my fasting period. They wanted to stop at Hardee's. So we stopped. And that took a while because it was just difficult ordering. Everybody likes what they like. I wanted to go to McDonald's because I know I drink McDonald's coffee. At least their cold brew. I'll drink their cold brew black. Anyway, so after we did all that did take a minute. We probably got there around after 10. It had to be after 10. She started on her mother's lashes immediately. Her mother was just getting the fill, but I feel like even though her mother was getting the fill, it still took as long as it took for us, and we were getting a fresh set. So, did her lashes. Then our other friend went next. I wanted to go next, but I was like, let me let her go because she's really excited about getting these lashes, right? I mean, I was excited too, but in my mind, I was like, I know I'm going to get the lashes, so, whatever. I'll just go last. And plus, she drove. You know what I'm saying? It's like when a person drives, it's like you want to make all the concessions for them because they drove. Like, you get special privileges when you drive somewhere. You feel me? Like, she drove over. Like, we were in travel for about 2 hours, so we do what you want to do because you're driving, okay? If you want to stop at Hardee's, we're stopping at Hardee's. So, anyway, got her lashes done. They look amazing. They looked amazing. So I got my lashes done. Y'all, we were sitting there having conversations, right? Because it's like 4 women in the lash shop, right? And we just talking. And I was talking about how this one of my students, I made, because my husband and I, we work for the same school. But he was coming to my room. This was towards the end of the year, and I forgot what he was doing. Maybe dropping off some lunch for me or something. Um, One of my students, see, let me explain something to you about students, okay? They get out of control towards the end of the year. Okay, now let me just explain this to you. Like, my classroom is never out of control because my classroom management is impeccable. Like, I'm known around my district for my classroom management. You know what I'm saying? And my class ain't never out of control. But the students do like to test. It's like they get like hyped up. It's like they can smell summer. You know what I'm saying? And towards the end of the year, it's like, whereas normally I wouldn't have to say a whole bunch to you, you know, during the course of the year because, like, we're in check, we're in control. That's a lot of times what I had to say to my students. I taught 10th graders last year, and I used to say when they was like getting a little hot, I'd be like, remain in control. We remain in control in this class. Like, that was my, you know what I'm saying? So my students always were in control. You know, you have those outliers, of course, but I never once haven't. You don't got to worry about my class ever being out of control because I don't play them types of games. But like I said, at the end of the year, you could smell summer, and it starts to give them like a natural high. You know what I'm saying? So they be wilding. That's how I see it. So Adrian came to bring me some lunch or something, right? And when he walked in, he's good looking. Okay, my husband looks good. Whatever. When he walked in, one of the girls said, that's what I'm talking about. I swung my head around so mother flipping fast. I was like, I'm gonna need you to pipe down. So anyway, I told that story because I was retelling that story while I was getting my lashes done, right? Because we were talking about inappropriateness, right? My friend was talking about how when she was married to her husband, he used to come up. Well, I don't know if it was when she was married to him or afterwards. Like, the girls would be talking about, like, ooh, he looked good or whatever. Like, her students. Because, y'all, if you don't work with kids every day, you don't understand. So, she would say, like, they so inappropriate, like, you have to check them. And I was like, yeah, because I had to check this girl. And I told them the story. But see, when you retelling a story like that about somebody you had to check, you get hyped. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm laying there, down there getting my lashes done, right? She didn't finish this whole lash. She like a third or a fourth of a way maybe done with this because I could feel where she is on my lash line, right? So I was telling the story, and I said, you know, because when you tell the story, you got to exaggerate it a little bit just for theatrics. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I had to go ahead and check her right now because what she don't know is that I don't care about none of this right now. I will end it all for that one. Talk about my husband. Talk about I snap on you at my job because I don't care. Like, it was jokes, but you know, it's a little truth in every joke, if you feel me. So, as I was talking about that, I started getting like an adrenaline rush. And my eyes flew open. And I got so nervous because I'm like, of course, when you get your lashes done, you're not supposed to open your eyes, bro. So my eyes flew open and everybody just busted out laughing, right? And they was like, she was getting hyped. I was cracking up. It was so funny. But the crazy thing is, have you ever been hyped with your eyes closed? That's so stupid. Pause. Have you ever been hyped with your eyes closed? It's almost impossible. Like, your eyes start like fluttering, like as if you're like seizing out or something. You know what I'm saying? And like, she had to wait till my adrenaline came down. It wasn't even up that high, you know what I'm saying? But she had to wait literally until my adrenaline came down so that my eyes would start. I mean, they were bouncing. I almost could not keep them shut, y'all. Like, for real. I did not know, like, you can't keep your eyes closed if you hype. Like, I ain't never tried to go to sleep while I was hype. You know, if you hype, you hype. But that was just that one thing I've never experienced, trying to keep my eyes closed while I'm having like a severe, like a big adrenaline rush. Like, I didn't feel like my adrenaline rush was that big, but my body, but I could tell trying to remain calm while I'm getting my lashes done that my adrenaline rush was like bigger than I thought. So anyway, she had to sit there. She had to wait. My eyes wouldn't stop. Like it was like it was going crazy, yo. But yeah, inappropriateness. People be wilding. It's not just children. You know, children will be children. These are 10th graders, so they're like 15, 16. So they know better. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they get out of control sometimes, but you gotta check people. It don't matter who it is. That's where people get it twisted in 2019. Like people really think you can't say nothing to their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like if you at the laundromat and you're supposed to be, I don't know, you got your kids there and they're running around the laundromat and they bump into you or they're doing something that's dangerous, you say, hey, y'all better stop that. People think you can't say nothing to their kids. Like, no, I can say something to them. I can't disrespect your kids, but I can say something to them. Because they're not going to be running around my laundry detergent, so my laundry detergent can wind up on the floor. Not that I go to the laundromat often, but in lieu of our freaking dryer breaking recently, my husband had to go to the laundromat to dry our clothes, so it's fresh on my brain. But how about that? We had got a new dryer. We get the dryer stopped working all of a sudden. So my husband had to go, went back to Lowe's or Home Depot, I forgot. Found out that the dryer we have is a hot point. The hot point is discontinued. Couldn't find out the parts. Had to, because he was going to try to fix it himself. So first thing he tried to do was get a fuse. Change the fuse. That didn't work. So he had to order the heating element because we were like, well, it must be the heating element. Change the heating element. That didn't work. The dryer has 3 thermostats. The only other thing it could be was a thermostat because that's all there is to a dryer. But one of the thermostats was like $100 and he was like, I'm not beat. And I was like, I'm not beat either. Why don't we just take the $100 and get on buy, sell, trade or Craigslist or something and just go get a used one. So we actually found this guy in our town, that recycles like dryers and washing machines. Like he got a legit business from his house. So we drove over there and we got a receipt. We got a 30-day warranty on the dryer. I mean, like it's a risk you take when you buy things like that, but I feel more comfortable when I know that this is what you do. When I pull up to your house, aka your side business, and that's what you have outside is a whole bunch of washing machine and dryers. And then when we get ready to purchase, you write me a receipt with the warranty on it. Like that's legit to me. Like I feel like you're writing this stuff off on your taxes. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Probably you aren't. But I'm just saying, at least I got the receipt. But yeah, so we had to do that. And I wanted to really just see if I could take it back to, like, we still have our old dryer because I couldn't find a receipt. I'm like, I know we probably bought like an extended warranty for this thing because I don't typically get the extended warranties, but if it's something like a big purchase, I'll buy the extended warranty. So I'm like, I know I bought this extended warranty, but I couldn't find a receipt in my little file box. So I don't know where it is. But yeah, so that's why the laundromat was on my mind. But yeah. And that whole not being able to say nothing to nobody, kids, not being able, that's because you can't say nothing to these adults either. Like, adults don't like, I understand when you're an adult, nobody likes to be checked, okay? Nobody likes to be checked. Word up, don't check me. And let me say something. I don't like to be checked, but I can get checked. Because I could take it. You see what I'm saying? Because I do checking. I be checking people, okay? So I can stand getting checked. But because I so hate for anybody to say anything to me about anything, I just try to always be on my P's and Q's. Just like at my job. I have several bosses at my job because I think we have one principal and like 1, 2, 3, I think 4 assistant principals. And guess what? I do not like for anybody to say anything about me doing my job. I don't say nothing about where your lesson plans. Don't say nothing about a parent call. Don't say nothing about, well, sometimes the parent will call anyway, but as long as you got all your stuff in order, it's not a problem. But I just don't like nobody to say nothing to me. So you know what I do? I try to take care of my business. And I do take care of my business. And I do my job to the best of my ability. So therefore, nobody can say anything to me. But do I always turn to my lesson plans? No. I can't stand writing lesson plans. Like, I already know what I'm about to teach. Why I gotta write it down on a piece of paper for you to see? Like, we doing it right now. I just don't get it. But that's the rule. So if somebody came to me and was like, look, your lesson plan's not done, you're supposed to turn them in. But I was like, not that. My administrators were not beasting like that. And I've been blessed to be in a situation where I don't have administrators that be on beast mode ever since I've been teaching for 10 years. Well, one administrator was on beast mode, but majority of the time, two, my bad. I've been teaching 10 years, so I've been through a few administrators. But if they was to come to me and say, like, you didn't turn in your lesson plans, I'm going to need those, whatever, I wouldn't have no problem. You just checked me. You was checking me. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Okay, I'm about to do it. You say you want it by the end of the day. Boom. Whatever. You want it the next day. Boom. Whatever. You got it. And then I'm going to be on my P's and Q's about my lesson plans for the next 2 weeks. And I'll probably fall off on the third week. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if I want to avoid that, what I got to do? Just turn in my lesson plans every week, right? So, but I still don't like nobody to come say nothing to me. That's just a weakness of mine, my lesson plans, because I'm very creative. I'm very in my head and I know what I want to do, and taking that information and try to put it on the paper, it seems like redundant to me. And sometimes it seems useless because when you write a lesson plan, the way we write lesson plans, it's just like a general picture. So I'm like, you want to know what's going on? Come see this action. But, yeah, but you can't say something to some people about anything. Like, people, if somebody comes to check you about your job, okay, you got a boss and you late, and your boss pulls you in the office, like, why you can't be late. Why you late? Not that you have to tell your boss why you late, but don't be mad when they check you. Don't turn up when they check you because you were supposed to be on time. And had you been on time, nobody would have been checking you. But in 2019, we got these young parents, and you can't say nothing to them. And because you can't say nothing to them, you can't say nothing to their kids. So anytime you say anything to their kids, they want to turn up on you. No, we got to get out of that. Y'all, we got to take back the village. We got to take back the village. If I had a kid that was that old and my kid was out of line, check them. Don't disrespect them. Just check them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was at a football game like a couple years ago. And these kids were running up and down the bleachers. How dangerous is that? You know what I'm saying? Like jumping down the bleachers and stuff like that. And I had to turn around. I was like, y'all, don't be running up and down in bleachers. You're going to get hurt. Something like that. And I heard the mother saying, what'd she say? And then when they said what I said, she couldn't say nothing to me. But I could feel when I looked into her eyes, so I caught like a glimpse. I felt like she wanted to say something to me for even saying anything to her kids. But you the mama. Why you sitting there not saying nothing to them? Then when he fall and busts his head wide open and his brain's leaking out on the bleachers, then you want to be up in here crying. No, you should have checked your kid. Nobody should have to check your kid because you should be checking your kid. But we don't live in a society where people check their kids often. Like, at least that's my experience. And if they checking their kids, they checking them for show. Because the kids will tell on you. They be like, yeah, my mama gonna come up here and she gonna fuss, but she ain't gonna do nothing. She might take it with my phone, but she'll give it back to me the next day. Oh, okay. I guess the teachers are responsible for raising everybody's kids today. Because I ain't going. Y'all, beginning of the year, I put a textbook. I done told this story about 11 times. I put a textbook in every desk, a geometry textbook. I was like, look, I checked out these I think I had 31. I checked out these 31 books. I'm going to leave them in the desk. Y'all can check out y'all book. Check your book out from the library. Take your book to the house. Leave it at the house. Therefore, you don't got to carry a textbook. You know what they start doing? would not go to the library and check out their books. I started assigning material from the books. They started stealing my books out the classroom. Stole like 7 or 8 of my textbooks. So you know what I did? I collected every one of those textbooks. And I kept telling them for weeks, I'm going to collect all the textbooks. You need to bring your textbook to class. I'm going to collect them. You know, y'all stole my textbooks, so I'm responsible for these. So go get your textbook. Then when the day came, I collected every one of those textbooks, took them back to the library. And I said, when y'all bring me back, at that point, I think it was 7 textbooks out. When y'all bring me back my textbooks that y'all stole, I will put them back in the desk. Okay, let it be learned. So all of a sudden, textbooks start miraculously showing up. All but one, y'all. They were saying, like, by the time we got to the third 9 weeks, they was like, you only missing one. Can you put the textbooks back in the desk? No, because that's not what I said I was going to do. I said that I will put the textbooks back in the desk when y'all bring back the ones y'all stole. And I'm still missing one. And that's how we ended the year, with one textbook out. And I never put the books back in the desk, because you have to follow through with your consequences. Word up. The kids was not used to that. And I know why they're not. The only thing I can think of is because their parents don't be following through with the consequences. You gotta stick to your word. This is the deal. Me putting a book in your desk, when you can go check out a book from the library, is a privilege. You lost your privilege, so it's a wrap. I don't care nothing about what you're talking about. Excuse me. They be like, can we get a Chromebook so we can look up the book? No. The only ones that I did not have a problem with getting a Chromebook was my 4th period class. And my 4th period class came to class every day, did they work every day, and brought their textbooks every day. I ain't have no problems out of them. That was my favorite class. It's no secret. I tell the kids, like, my 4th period is, like, I love them. Excuse me. I love all my students, but I just love my 4th period and their work ethic the most. Put it that way. But my most lit class definitely was my 5th period honors and my 7th period geometry class. Too lit. I think the class that hated me the most was probably my 1st period honors class. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said before, we gotta take back the village. But y'all, I'm about done with this watermelon. I had a weird start today. What I was saying was, I had a weird start because we didn't get back from getting our lashes done until like 7 something that night. Yesterday night. So I didn't get a chance to go to the gym. And my husband and I would go to the gym in the morning. It's very difficult for me to go to the gym at night. So I didn't go to the gym. And then today I was supposed to receive my new hair because I ordered a new wig from AliExpress. And it got all lost with DHL and all this kind of stuff. But they said they were going to deliver it today, right? Because I called my post, which is in Atlanta. That's like the international shipping post for DHL or something like that. So I called Atlanta. Atlanta said they were going to have it out for delivery for Thursday. But they did send it out for delivery for Thursday, but they sent it to a third-party carrier, which was my local carrier. And my local carrier said that they have it scheduled to go out for tomorrow. I'm like, y'all won't leave the hair because it's hair. They will not. I mean, I signed a paper to have them leave it on the doorstep, but they like, no, people be stealing hair. So the seller said, no, you have to have a signature. So you mean to tell me for $100 wig, the seller then told me not to leave my package on the door. So if I was working, I would have to stay home all day just to get some hair? Because I don't have nobody that can sit home and receive a package. We don't have family around here. We don't know people who don't work around here. All of our friends are like teachers. So we were just like, what would happen? I'm like, this don't make no sense. Like, if I would have known that the seller was not going to allow us to leave the package at the door, then I would have requested for them to leave it at a pickup location, and I'll just go pick it up. Well, I didn't know any of that information. It got sent back to Atlanta. I intercepted it, so they said they were going to give it today. But like I said, they gave it to the local third-party carrier. They're not going to deliver it till tomorrow. But I was telling the lady today, like, if you could get it, then I'll just come pick it up. She said she was going to call me back because the DHL truck didn't get there yet. That was all day ago, y'all. Now I'm sitting here, and it is now 2:16. I ain't received no call back, and I called that lady at 8 something in the morning. So I'm really sitting around here like a ding-dong waiting on a wig. This is crazy. This is crazy. But anyway, y'all, I'm trying not to make today a day where I don't work out because I've been working out every day. 5 days a week, and this has really put a damper in my mood. I'm already planning on going to the gym on Saturday to make up for yesterday. But I'm gonna have to go to the gym, and I have another place I could go. I could go to my kickboxing gym because I also paid for a membership for this month there. So I might have to do that. I don't know what they have on the schedule for today, but I might have to do that tonight and just try to recover. But I really just don't even have the energy, and I don't. It's like I know why, but I don't know why. But anyway, I guess some days are just like this, y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this healthy snack. Minus, I mean, they say like pink Himalayan salt is good. It does have a better taste than regular salt, and this does not contain any iodine. So I don't know. I think it tastes good on watermelon. You should try it. But like I said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. And until next time, peace.